Hey YouTube, Fast Eddie here. I got three firearms here. Two are Glocks and one is a Kel-Tec P11 model. 9mm, of course. They're all automatics, semi-autos. This is the case it comes in. This is the manual here. There's the company. This is the magazine they come with. They're a double stack magazine, meaning there's two columns here. The bullets are in two columns. I call that double stack. There's the company that makes the magazine there. Can't pronounce that name, but this is the gun here. Tough plastic frame. It in this time, when the gun was made, I'm remembering that it was the lightest and smallest 9mm offered. I don't remember the year exactly. Maybe some people call it, the downsides to it are the heavy trigger pull. It's got a really heavy trigger pull. I don't know the pounds, but it's substantial. I believe they call this gun a double action only. There's no safety on it. This is the catch here for when you slide the hammer back, or not the hammer, sorry. You slide the slide mechanism all the way back. You can lock it with this lever here, so you can lock slide open. This is the pin you pull out for disassembling the gun. Magazine release here. So no safety mechanism in it. It's just that the heavy trigger pull and long pull. So very, 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 very long pull. So that might be a reason that people don't maybe not like it. Yeah, you see inside there. So like I said, it comes with this magazine stock. I did see, and when you're holding the gun, another downside is that, I mean, it's a small gun, so you got to expect this, but your bottom finger doesn't have any place to be there. So what the magazine company come up with was using a high capacity magazine. This is from like a Smith & Wesson. Seems like a Model 59. That might be a stainless, but I don't think it would matter. And it is a 9mm semi-auto Smith & Wesson, and it'll slide into this body of this gun, and then it'll hang down. And then Kel-Tec had made these magazine extensions for that magazine. And they work pretty good. I mean, it must be good enough that Kel-Tec decided to make a magazine extension to use the magazine. So, and I want to stand corrected. For years, I think I've been calling these clips. I don't know if I thought that every magazine that detached from a firearm was called a clip, but I don't know. I just kind of pick and choose words for whatever I think they fit, but this is actually called a magazine. Anything that is fixed or attached to the gun that holds bullets is referenced as called a magazine. A clip is just something that's, from what I understand, it just makes it easier for loading a magazine. So, and there's different kinds of clips too. So anyways, again, I'm not an expert, but that's what I've learned. So that's the Kel-Tec 9mm. Pretty small gun, smallest one that I have. You know, but I like carrying it. It's nice to conceal. Another one I have, same caliber, is a Glock. Okay, this is a 9mm Glock Model 17. I believe they call this the full-size larger Glock 9mm. They make other 9mm, but I don't remember the models. Actually, I do remember. I think there's a Model 19, and it's a little bit smaller than this one. So this one now comes factory with a 10-round magazine, but and maybe why they named it the Model 17 is because it will hold 17 rounds, but I'm not for sure on that, because they do make one that is a Model 19, and I could be corrected on that. Maybe they make a larger one that holds 19 rounds, but I don't remember it that way. So magazines for these are pretty spendy if you want to buy a high capacity magazine. It's got a hoe grip on it here. Before I get into the magazines too much, we'll talk about this gun, how it operates. Again, it's like the Kel-Tec. This is the lock for holding the slide mechanism open, and the no safety to this gun. But the trigger pull on it is much lighter than the Kel-Tec. Much lighter pull, but it's a long pull, and there is a safety mechanism to it, just different from what we're familiar with on safeties on guns. So this is a safety trigger mechanism. I call it a safety. Maybe it's called something else, but you can see it right there. Now, if that's not depressed, the trigger will not pull. See that? I cannot pull the trigger until that my finger is depressing on that, and then I can pull the trigger. Okay. So here is a 10-round magazine, and here is a 17-round magazine. Okay. So now when my hand holds onto this, you can see full grip. Yep. Size difference in the gun there, the two guns. I will say this this Glock is a considerable amount more money than the Kel-Tec. The Kel-Tec is a very affordable option. But I will say that this has more downsides to carrying as far as the trigger mechanism. I like this trigger mechanism much more than I like this. So this next Glock is a 45. This one is called a Model 30. And it is a, from what I remembered, this is a mid-size Glock 45. Okay, Model 30. Okay. Now it comes stock, I think, with this magazine here. Okay, so you see how short that is. So just like the Kel-Tec, when my hand is held on it, my bottom finger doesn't really have a place to be. Okay, so it has the same trigger mechanism that the Glock 9 does. Safety there. Trigger will not be pulled until your finger is pressing the safety mechanism on the trigger. It feels like the same trigger pull as the 9. Okay, so we'll put a 10-round magazine in it. These look like they came from Glock, but because they are a little bit longer, but it has this extension piece on it here. Okay. So now the gun is a nice full grip. Okay. Pretty good. A little bit thicker in width here than the 9. So I'm referring to the Glock. A little bit shorter. It's good to carry in size wise. I have this holster here that I like to use when I carry it. Works pretty good. Fits down in my pant line. Got to make sure I use pants that aren't too tight. Needs to have a little bit of waist room. Okay. This is a one that I use with the Kel-Tec here, and I wear the same belt line. Usually inside. Well, sometimes outside the pant. I just have to wear a jacket or something covering, so it's it's not, so it's still concealed. Okay, so there's the Glocks. I did get my brother-in-law was at a garage sale, or it was I think it was my brother-in-law, and he found some Glock 45 higher capacity magazines. I believe these came in a factory in a Glock 21, which when they first started, it's a full-size Glock 45 from my memory, and it held 13 rounds. Of course, now I'm sure it's like 10 rounds, but it's a little larger Glock. I haven't seen one up close if the barrel is at the same length or longer. Of course, the grip area would be longer. So these fit right in this Model 30. Okay, I'm sure you can buy grip extensions to run this magazine in this Model 30 gun. But yeah, I don't remember what I paid at a yard sale, but I mean, it was a pretty decent price. Anything high capacity, especially Glock, it's just, sometimes the magazines are just almost the cost of the gun. Just things have just gotten so crazy. I haven't bought guns in a long time. It's kind of silly on the ridiculous prices of firearms now. But I have no reason to sell them. Just, I got them. I don't want to buy them again. But anyways, yeah, these are the 3 firearms that if I want to carry concealed carry, I would choose in my what I own. So I prefer the shooting of the Glock, but sometimes the concealment of this gun is better. But yeah. Well, you guys, hope you enjoy this video, and have a good day. Talk to you later.